still we are asking ourselves a question. How do we call into manifestation the husband or the man that the husband that is in the man that you married? Or how do you call into manifestation the wife to come out of the woman that you married?
Yeah.
And we have come to understand our understanding that many people live with wives or husbands that are just imaginary. They have not come into manifestation.
Yeah.
And we are looked at so many things. We don't want to go back again and look at what we have looked into. But it's clear you need to have a set mind from the one goal that this is what I want in marriage. Because it is impossible to help people who do not know what they want.
Yeah.
A man who is going nowhere can never get lost. A man who is going nowhere can never get lost.
It's true.
Because any destination is his destination. So there must be something. There must be a target for you to reach, and you have to set it. Where am I going? Where am I moving? And if you fail to have that target, then you will not reach where you are supposed to reach. We say foundation is key. When we come to these issues, foundation is key. Foundation is key. So you need to have set that foundation. You need to have that good foundation. And that is a very key thing.
Yeah.
You need to have focus. You have to have a vision. Where there is no vision, people are restrained. You have to have a focus. You have to create an environment for love and trust. That is created. You have to create it. Prepare for it. You have to be willing and ready to train and to be trained. You must be mentored. You must be mentored. And you need also to mentor one another.
Yeah.
So that is a key thing. There are things that women know and men do not know. So men are supposed to be taught by women.
Yeah.
And there are things that women do not know, but men know by nature of being man. Even not about your training, by nature of being man. And they say, most women, they train. They prepare to be wives and mothers. Men never prepare to be husbands and never prepare to be wives. I mean, fathers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's different. And you need to be prepared. And you need to be taught. The man has a teaching ability. So the wife must be availing herself for the teachings. And this is how we turn finished raw material into finished product, is through training. So the level of training. And I say many couples, for us to be where we need to be, we need to be committed to learn. You need to be committed to learn.
Amen.
And there must be teaching, training, and mentoring.
Amen.
And this must go on. And then you must encourage the other person. And you need to teach yourself to encourage. Because we gain more through encouragement. You must also identify, scout out, look at the gift in that person and bring them out. Bring to call them out. Bring to speak what you see. Call things which are there as though they are. That's the work of God. That's the nature of God. Look at that, encourage this woman and say, this can happen to you. And encourage this man. This can happen through you. Identify that. Support each other's vision. And I believe that is why you are there. Support each other's vision. Try to make sure wife hand value, improve herself. Try to make sure that husband hand value also. Because it's about value.
Yeah.
If you don't bring value to the life of the person, the life of that marriage, after some times, they will not need you. It's what you give that is needed. I want to tell you, people celebrate what you give more than what you are. They celebrate what you give more than what you are. So they know what you are by what you give. So support the vision. Make sure that your wife's vision is supported. Your husband's vision is supported. Don't try to kill the vision after getting married. Because she has her own dreams. There are things she wants to achieve. and she has submitted to you. If she keep on pursuing in her own way, it will be division. Division, divisions. But you must come up together and come into that agreement, so support each other. Now, we finished this last week. I have gone so fast by saying, understand the differences between male and female, and then support those differences. We call them harmonious differences. The way we are created, men and women, we are different, totally different. So you need to support those differences. And there are so many differences that we say.
Yeah.
Psychologically, we are different. The way we think, men are thinkers, women are talkers. And all these things, they are there. And we need to understand these differences and support them. Don't try to turn your wife to be a man. Don't try to turn your husband to be a woman. Don't. Because you need a man, not a woman. You need to encourage this man when you understand him to provide leadership. Don't try to kill it. Support him to provide leadership by supporting his authority. When he makes decisions, encourage him and be the first one to embrace. This man will never shy away. He will never shy away. He will continue supplying what you need in that relationship. So there are so many things. I want to give you a chance now. Maybe you can give a recap of what you feel, and then now we continue with other things that we need to call out today. Welcome.
Thank you very much. As we are encouraging us, understand it is very important to know who your wife is.
Now let me say this as she continues. Please don't be quiet. Your contributions are needed.
Yes.
You can take part by sending your contribution.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? What do you think? What ways do you think a husband is supposed to develop the wife, or the wife is supposed to develop the husband? You can also send question. Any question you have, you can send, and then we can reason together, and you can be a partaker by doing that.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. We were saying that understanding is very important. It is very key because someone whom you don't understand, you don't value that person. Understanding the desire of your partner, understanding what really this person lives for. Understand someone getting married does not dilute the desires or the vision or the dreams. It is a place to rebuild. It is a place to rebirth. It is a place to develop. And this is what is killing many couples, because you fail to understand what my partner is living for, what my wife is living for. She enters into marriage, the husband enters into marriage, but it becomes a place of sabotage. Marriage is not a place of sabotaging the greatness of each other. It is only enemies who kill one another. It is only people who have the wrong motive who kill one another. But if you fail to understand, you will specialize in killing your husband or your wife, either directly or indirectly. And that is why we have been talking about these things for some days now, calling into manifestation. Manifestation, it is the place of glory. Manifestation, it is the place where something that was covered, something that was hidden is brought into light, into visibility. You can see and you can say, surely this person has undergone transformation. It is the place of fulfillment. It is the place of completion. So when you know your role as a husband, your role as a wife, and you understand the needs of this person, as a woman, you will work out, you support which the things that your husband is having to become a better man, to become a better husband. And knowing your role as a wife, knowing your place as a wife, will quicken or will activate what you're supposed to do. And this man will be very fulfilled. Many husbands today, they are not happy because of one thing or another. Because the woman that this man is married to thinking that she came to help has finally changed, because the woman has sensed. There are some women who have sensed that my husband is not wishing me well. And it is very possible to be in a marriage, to be with someone who is not wishing you well. And this is how many people have just developed a mechanism of surviving. I want to survive to become that woman. I want to survive. I maneuver, I manifest by my own. But as much as you're trying to do this, it brings more confusion and more collision, because where there is no unity, where there is no harmony, there shall be no peace, there shall be no blessings. So we experience the blessings of God, and we make even the work of God easier in our lives. In other words, we don't stumble the manifestation that is activated by the grace of God, because we have become available. So as couples, we should reach into a level of understanding each other. And when you understand, this is the moment you'll be able to discern. When you discern, you will call, because discernment will activate you into a higher level. And because of discernment, you can just cause something that is trapped in the life of an individual. That woman, no matter how she is, no matter how she looks like, you can cause her to become a great and a powerful woman. One woman of God, she's very aggressive. She's doing great work in the kingdom of God, and she was giving her testimony. First of all, they were quarreling because she felt that they are equal. They are equal when they in marriage. They are equal, so they should have a duty rota. If she cooks today, the husband cooks tomorrow. And another thing that encouraged me, she said she was just that woman. Even when they go for a meeting, she could just tell the husband, me, I will not talk before people. I will not speak anything. You just talk, you greet people, and you say, I'm with my wife here. She will just wave. So some women maybe who wave, I don't know whether they arrange with their husband because of one reason or because of fear, I don't know. But she was telling her husband, I will just wave to the people. And today, she is just a crazy woman doing great exploits in the kingdom of God, because the husband refused. The husband refused to agree with her. And I believe the husband told her, you are not a waver. You are not a waving woman. You are a speaking woman. So the husband saw the potential, and he caught that potential in that woman. And the woman manifested, and she turned to be a great vessel of God. Let me tell you this. There are people who have married. They married in the presence of God. But the best thing that you have qualified, you have turned your wife to be a useless person. She no longer serves God. You met a prayerful woman. She no longer prays. You met a person who was serving in the kingdom of God. She doesn't know even the last time she did an assignment of the kingdom. You met a man who was serving God, who was very committed. Maybe this man was even ministering. He was even serving in some department in the church. But you have managed to bring this man into a low level of a commoner, a common person who no longer understands if God exists, if the grace of God works anymore, because people tend to think that being in marriage, it is a place of bondage. And that's why people say, I am under law. I am under law. So you make someone who was a vessel of honor, a vessel of God, to be an ordinary person. And let me tell you the truth, you cannot enjoy when you does that or when you do that. So it is very important to scout or to identify that my wife, she has this, my husband has this, and you challenge it by calling that which you have identified, by calling that which you have seen in the life of your husband, in the life of your wife. And we emphasized that each one of us, we should be humble to one another, because it is humility that will help a man to listen to his wife. It is humility that will help a woman to submit and even to listen to her husband. And that's how what you're carrying, what is locked in you, will be activated. And when you understand that I need to supply the needs as a wife, I need to supply the needs as a husband, that marriage will work, that relationship won't grow. What is causing many people not to manifest in their marriage relationship, it's that they are stagnated. They are just walking in a relationship that is not growing. They are in a marriage that is not growing. You should always check and see, are we progressing? Are we making any progress? Is my husband getting better in the things of God? How we relate, how we do things? Is he getting better, or he is worsening? And if he is worsening, you work on that man, and that man will just blossom, and you will glow, and you'll be strong to continue with this journey of marriage. The same case when you identify my wife, the way we are relating, she's not growing, she's stagnated, and you understand there's a weakness in her. You should not specialize on the side of our weakness, because this is what kills, this is what sabotages, this is what makes many people to feel that they're in the wrong hands. And what will cause you to help your partner to manifest, it is that ability to be free with one another. Freeness. You are free with this person. You are free to embrace this person. You are free to encourage this person. You are free even to persevere until this person manifests, because there is no life that can be built in one day. Marriage is a process, and it is a long-term. It is a long-term process that you have to be a long-suffering God, a long-suffering person, in line with our Maker. Our God is a long-suffering God. But many couples, they don't give each other time. You tell this person, you have become too much. I've waited for you to grow. I've waited for you to change, and you are not changing. You are just but a useless person. You're just but a burden. And this kills even the morale. When you begin to call this person into the good side of life, before he or she adjusts from what you are already calling him or her, it may take time. So I want us tonight, as we continue with this topic, calling into manifestation that man that you had a dream. Those that are married, are not married, men or women that are not married and you're mature, there is a man that you dream to have. There is a husband that you dream to have. There is a wife that you dream to have. And many of us, they have that image. But when they enter into marriage, it becomes a tough thing to see it coming to pass. So we want to challenge us this night that there is always a process. There is always a way that we are supposed to walk through. And in this way, we should trust in God and trust one another. We should trust God and trust one another. So you cannot call your husband into manifestation if your husband does not trust you. You cannot call your wife into manifestation if your wife does not trust you. So trust, it's another thing that couples should build more into. You build that trust, that whatever my wife is telling me, whatever my husband is talking to me, he is meaning it and he is wishing me well. So you will take the counsel, you will take the instructions, you will take whatever he is saying, you will take it positively.
As you continue with this,
yes,
there is a couple, and when this COVID-19 season began,
yes,
you know, most works were affected.
Yeah.
And the wife was not working. The husband was only left working. And when the wife was left working,
yeah,
there was an issue. I mean, the husband was left working. There was an issue. And this issue, the wife wanted them to maintain and they stay in a big house where paying was the most difficult thing. And they had 2 places they had rented. So the husband was saying, we surrender one. Or we look for a smaller house so that we can pay for this house we are able to afford, rather than sticking to this big one. And we have 2 houses, and my wife, where she is now, she's not working. I have the other one because I am working. So she can travel for a few months. We stay here, we let this house go. Then after we recover, we can take the house back, or we can get even another place. And then number 2, he looked at himself. They are servicing a loan. And he counted the money, counted the salary, counted everything, and see what is really happening. They cannot afford. So when he brought the issue to the wife did not take it. That they can move to a small house, or I can let that go. So instead of the wife taking it, and the wife was insisting, I want to start a business right now. Remember, she wants to start a business when businesses are collapsing and the environment is not very good, and the kind of thing she wants to do, even those who are doing it already are closing. So the husband says, no, let us wait for this to cool down. I know you have this vision, but now we can change in something else, start in a small way, be doing it to keep you busy. And then after that, when this period is over, you can start what you wanted
to start.
And you can be what you want. But the wife says, my husband is envious. I saw in a dream, I am a eagle, and he is a snake.
Oh God.
So a snake, when you got the eagle in the wrong side, you will kill the eagle, but the eagle is above. So I am my husband. So I am the one who can destroy, not him. So how can you advise such people and such men and women who are going through such things?
Okay, I'll just begin with the last part of the question. First of all, not all dreams come from the Lord. Some dreams are demonic oriented. And if you're not careful, when you get a dream and you discern, is this authored by the Spirit of God, or it is something that is coming to counter the will of God in my life? It is, the source is a demonic source. You may end up conceiving the wrong things, and you may follow the wrong course of life. As you have talked, I remember of one woman who came and told me that her husband told her that he dreamt her being like a sewer line. So they could not have any intimacy. They could not have that relationship together, have that cohesion together, because the husband thought that this woman, she's defiled, and interacting with her will defile him. So these are the things that many couples experience simply because of some dreams. So please, you should always, when you dream, you should always pray through, because there are dreams that are very demonic. Number 2, if there is a crisis, it is always advisable for couples to listen to one another, because if a couple, like now the way you're talking, they were living in different towns, and they are servicing, they are paying two rented houses, and they were not just, especially now where the wife was living, the rent was a bit expensive. Now, if the husband is the only one who is working here, the wife is not working, there's no any other source of income. Trying to service these 2 houses will cause the family to strain and to struggle. And many wives, they set a standard, or some people, even some husbands, they can set a standard that will cause financial constraint, that will cause you to strain for no reason, simply because of protecting your image before men. You can protect your image before men and you are suffering. That is foolishness. So if you say, how will people say when we
move out of this house?
We go to a smaller one, they'll think we are poor. Even if they think you're poor and you are poor, you are still poor. Even if they paint an image that you're rich and you're suffering, you're still suffering. So you should not live for the sake of people. Live the life that you are comfortable and God is glorified. Because when landlords or those that are responsible for those house rents come and lock those houses that you're living in, that will be more shameful and embarrassing. So if you cannot bow low to the instruction of your spouse, of your husband, then you will suffer and you will cause the entire family to suffer. First of all, there are things that you not afford and you are affording. There are some food that you are eating, you cannot eat anymore because you are trying to stretch yourselves. So if you are in such a condition, it is good you just humble. You humble because it is humility. If you are proud, you cannot step and bow low. And we have seasons. We have seasons of low moments and we have seasons of high life. And all these seasons, if we cannot capture them well, we will crash as we are trying to operate in unusual season. If you try to operate in a low season and you just bring a high season into a low season, you will suffer. You will suffer the consequences. So I challenge even that lady, if you're just maybe somewhere and you're listening, it is always good you listen to one another. You see what will benefit you, what will cause you to.
And the husband is saying this.
Yes.
Totally. When they had another loan they were servicing. It was a vehicle, and it was taken by the wife, and the wife totally ignored his instructions. And finally, when she failed to pay and the loan has accumulated and they want to take over the vehicle, this is the time the man intervened and paid. But the wife was not, she was very reluctant to tell the husband about it. And because she was working and the husband thought, now, she's not giving him information, but the wife is okay. Now, they had another vehicle now they had bought. And this was now in the name of the husband. And the husband says, I don't want this kind of trouble to come again the way it came the other time. No, the vehicle was again in the name of the wife. So the husband says, when she insisted that I must pay the vehicle, I said we must have an agreement so that when I pay, I clear the vehicle becomes mine. Because the other one I cleared, and the time she sold it, I never even knew she had sold it. What do you say about that?
I think that marriage has some troubles because they are not harmonious. There is a division in how they are operating and how they are living. And
we would like our viewers also to give us your contribution about this. Should the husband and wife go to an agreement before the lawyer so that the husband can help the wife financially, even to settle something like the loan, the vehicle, and maybe it's the name of the wife who was taken? Should the husband, they have a legal agreement with the wife before he pays, so that maybe when the bill is settled, the car belongs to the wife and belongs to the husband? Do you suppose that? Or what is the way out? You can continue.
As I have seen, there's a problem in this family, and they need truly to sit down and see on how to start. Because if you reach into a level, you're going to the lawyer, there are some conditions. Before I do this, you must fulfill this. Before I attend to this. In other words, these people, they are not trusting one another. there is a mistrust that has developed between this couple, because where there is a mistrust, you cannot take what the other person is saying as the truth. You don't trust this person, because where there's mistrust, there's betrayal. So whenever a person betrays you, you are very keen, you are very cautious, and this is what is eating them up. So they need to develop trust, because that is what is lacking. And I believe when they do that, they will come into an harmonious level, and they will move together as a family. But as far as they are living, they are not, actually they are not working together. They are not focusing in the same vision. They are not working into a common goal. There is a problem that they need to decide and embrace change, because when they are doing that like that, there's no even counselor who can
help them,
until they decide and they say, oh no, the way we have been working, we have lost the way, we have lost the focus, we have lost the vision. We need to come back to our senses. And when they come back to their senses, they will see the joy of the Lord. The word says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So something is totally wrong, and I believe they shouldn't purpose to walk in the right direction. Still, this woman, she shouldn't purpose to submit, because you can see the husband is trying very much, but it's like the woman feels she's better off.
She's better off than the husband.
Than the husband. And that is a high state of pride. That is a high state of arrogance and rebellion. And not until she understands her place, she humble. This is the time this is the time she will realize joy in her marriage. But failure to that, she has many handles to jump.
So, in other words, you are bringing it clear again. Yes. It is humility.
Yes.
It is humility that is needed for that marriage, or for any marriage to work. Where humility has failed, then marriage will not work. Then it is also good to listen to the counsel of one another and listen to the other one. Take the point of the other person. Take to the reasoning. If we see we want to buy something and the money is not there, simply it's not there. If the methods of acquiring the money is also risky, the risk that is involved is there. So we cannot just ignore that there is risk and then continue just like that. That is why you need to advise each other. Couples are supposed to advise one another, and then you follow that. Then humble yourself. Don't feel that you are better than the other person. Look at the situation. Then don't live for others. Live for yourself.
Yes.
Live for yourself. Live for your life. And this is what will bring the peace that you want into that marriage. Then be transparent. Because the reason why the man is seeking even the services of an attorney so that he can support the wife is because the wife proved she cannot be trusted. Because the man has history. Say, I supported. I paid this instead of auctioneers auctioning the car, I paid. But my wife, the time my wife sold it, I never knew. So there is no transparency between the couple. So there must be that openness. We shouldn't be as naked as Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and we are not ashamed. So this is what makes the couple freely work on each other. But once you prove that you are not loyal, you are making it difficult for your partner to help you. I come again. When you prove that you are not loyal or faithful, you are making it difficult for your partner to help you. Because now you will make him suspicious. You will have what we call mistrust. And this is suspicion. When you are being suspicious, and you want also when you're carrying mistrust, these are the things that make marriage difficult, and they kill it. So we need to develop ourselves in the level that we can be trusted. That we mean well for each other. We mean well for our marriage. We mean well for our spouse. Such that when you are supported, when you are helped, you are not going to dodge the other person, because you are also working for the welfare of the same marriage. So please, let us also be concerned about the other.